Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Latino Letdown. We are here in the studio again, live just for you, and I have my co-hosts with me, Mr. Hugo Sanch.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, the A-Train.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
All right, so today we are talking about a great thing within life, and that is rivalries. We have rivalry week upon us. Great rivalries in history, okay? Yeah. Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali,
the Brown Bomber.
We got Iowa State, Iowa.
Yeah.
iPhone, Android.
Hot
or as
Cheetos.
I like to call them, potatoes.
Cheesy Cheetos versus Hot Cheetos.
So let's get this going. What I want to start this off with is, tell me what to you is the biggest rivalry. Let's start there, and then we'll really dive into a couple different rivalries that we can talk about and how they are good and fantastic for the people.
As of right now, because we're living it, and recently,
yes,
USA versus Mexico, which has been a beautiful thing these past couple of weeks.
It is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I was listening to the episode of when we talked about USA versus Mexico and how we talked about, people bandwagoning and rooting for US and Mexico, and how sports is a whole nother different thing. You can go to politics, whatever you want, but when it comes to sports, it's definitely a sacred ground. So
I'm like a typical redneck when it comes to sports. These colors don't run.
Yeah. Rightfully so, man. So that's mine. A-Train, what about you?
Yeah, dude. What's your biggest rivalry?
Well, obviously, we're probably gonna stick on the topic of soccer. So that is.
We don't have to.
I'm saying no, but I mean, that's the first thing that jumps into my head.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you said, Iowa State this week, man. So crazy. We're gonna be at each other's throats, even though we're all good buddies. We're gonna be like, I still love you.
Just in case anybody knows or they don't know, this weekend the collegiate football game between Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa State Cyclones will be taking part in Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones.
That's right. The NAACP. I mean, NCAA.
WCA. The ECW. Okay.
Man. WWE versus
WCW
versus WCW.
I'm telling you, man, the rivalries are beautiful. They're a beautiful thing.
NWO, baby.
For those who know, so A-Train is in the camp of Iowa State, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what's the reason for that? I want to know.
Baby.
Tell me.
Let's hear it.
Actually, to be honest, I think in high school, I didn't really have a team in high school.
Yeah.
And I saw everybody was always like, yeah, let's go Hawkeyes. Hey, so for a second I was like, yeah, let's go Hawkeyes. I had no idea, though. I didn't really care.
Yeah.
Until, I just felt like the Hawkeye fans were so much more arrogant. And, and they rightfully so. They do have a lot more silverware and a lot more titles and banners to flaunt. So no big deal.
Yeah.
So I kind of went for the underdog at that point.
I like it.
So I mean that's how it happened for me. I went to Iowa State, and I do not regret my choice for one bit.
Yep.
That's right.
Sanch?
For me,
Is it because you go there?
no, dude, I'm actually the opposite. I'm kind of for A-Train. I'm kind of with A-Train on this one. I'm on board with him. I really didn't care. I give two fucks, and I still don't give two fucks. The fact that I go there, man, I don't even. I'm okay. Like, I'm gonna root for them. Like, it just never. For me, it never. I just never got on that train. Like, whoa, yeah,
He was just there for the free Wi-Fi.
That, and I got in an argument at the bar with a girl. She was a cheerleader for Iowa, and she was all on my face because she knew. Like, I told her I went to Iowa State. She was like, oh, and she just got so heated. And I get it because we're the same way when it comes to soccer. Yeah, I get it. But I was just looking at her like you're from it was just gibberish. Like I told her, I'm like, I give two fucks. I don't even care.
He told her, he's like, hey, Iowa girls can't suck dick for shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, we can. He's like, show me.
Prove it.
So they went back,
Did he set up a little table with a coffee, with a coffee mug that says,
he
prove
comes
me wrong?
Dude, he comes back to the group, and he goes, just like I thought, she couldn't suck dick worth of shit.
He's going to set up a little table with his coffee mug on it that says, girls from Iowa can't suck dick. Prove me wrong. Change my mind.
Hey, you should put that. You should take that, dude.
Yeah, but it's going to be for Iowa too.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll make two banners. We'll both be sitting next to each other.
That'd be fantastic.
Dude, that'd be a good picture.
We'll have a piece of cardboard.
Oh, fuck, man. That's such a
Separating
great idea.
We're
Okay.
doing it.
Okay,
We're
yeah,
doing
we're
it.
doing this.
Yes.
You guys got to.
A high five just happened in the
Right
studio.
next to each other with a little coffee mug.
Yeah.
Or a handle of something.
Yeah, no. Well, there's going to be a handle on the table, but I want my little coffee mug there. It's not going to have coffee in it, but I'm going to have my little Iowa mug.
That's right.
It's going to be great.
Oh, I'll bring my my Hawkeye. I got a growler. My Cyclone's growler.
Your mug.
No, I have a mug,
Yeah,
and then I have like a growler. Because I'm
Yeah,
gonna be drinking beer like a man.
My allegiance falls in the camp of Iowa because to me it was just always more popular. Like that, I never really heard about Iowa State until, gosh, it was maybe mid high school when that was a decision of going to college. Like I was just like, oh,
Right.
another, to me Iowa, because it's the original. It's like Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Not Iowa State. Like
Yeah.
to me, it was the original. It was the founder. That's who you go for, like the originals.
Right.
So that's why I was just like, Iowa State's just a copy of what I was trying to be. That's how I saw it.
I get it.
And guess what?
I get it.
That's why my allegiance falls with Herky and the gang.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there's huge rivalries over the world. You said it earlier. You're like Truly's versus White Claw.
Yeah, Truly versus White Claw. That's a pretty big one. Have you ever talked to somebody that drinks Truly and you say,
Never.
"Hey, is that do this?" If you ever see anybody with the Truly, go up to him and say, "Hey, is that like a White Claw?"
Actually, you know what he
I
says?
want to try that.
You will get a shitstorm
He
coming
tells
your
him,
way.
he's like, "Hey, Truly's girls can't suck a dick with a shit. Change my mind."
Change my mind.
I can't remember. I went up to somebody and I was just like, "Isn't that like a peasant White Claw?"
Is that
And they're just like, "Of course not. This is so much better than White Claw. It's got more flavor."
Oh.
Everybody says that.
you should have been like, "Can I get you a press?
Everybody, yeah, or like a press. Yeah.
press.
Same
Like,
thing.
can I
I'm just
get you
like,
a press?
is
I
that
need to
like
try those, man.
Is that like a peasant White Claw?
Is that like a shitty?
Oh, that's a knock.
Crystal water?
You'd be like, "Oh no, that's a knockoff press, right?"
That is exactly, dude. They get so heated.
Crazy.
It's almost like a Star Trek and Star Wars. People that love Star Trek or they love Star Wars. If you confuse them with one another, people fucking freak out.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, something like that. It'll be like, I'll go up to my buddy and say, "Hey man, that new Star Wars trailer just came out. Looks pretty hot, huh?" And he starts going into it, and I'm just like, "Live long and prosper." And he's like, "That's not Star Wars."
I did that
and I'm
too,
like, "Really?
No,
not?"
it's that new one. It's
Yeah, it's the new one, man.
I did
Remember
it.
Captain Kirk?
I did it to
Isn't he in that one?
Ken,
Darth Vader goes up to Captain Kirk and he says that he's his daddy, right?
DJ DSM. So like on his birthday a few years ago, I wished him happy birthday.
DJ DSM. What?
Yeah,
What an asshole.
DJ Zan. And
Oh, that's the guy. The same guy.
yeah.
What an asshole.
Well, it was he had DSM in his bio also because
Yeah.
from Des Moines or whatever.
Okay.
So I never used to call him Zan. I used to be like DJ DSM.
Yeah. Oh man.
DJ Dism.
Dism.
This is a moment.
But so one year I wrote on his wall. I was like, "Hey man, happy birthday. May the force be with you." And then he was like, "Bro, I like Star Trek, not Star Wars." I was like, "Oh shit, man. Hey man, well here's a lightsaber." I was messing with him, obviously. He knew it, but he's like, "Thanks, man. Whatever."
All right, man. Train, what's your prediction for the Iowa State game? What's the score?
Hey man, okay. So whenever
Or you know what? You don't have to give a score. Let's just say
whenever these games happen, it's never totally one-sided the way it starts. It's not till second half that anyone even picks up any steam.
Right.
Last year they were knotted at
Yeah.
3-3 for
Yep.
fucking ever.
Yeah, but who won?
Iowa.
They won. Yeah.
They won the past 3 years? Like
About-
I
think so.
counters?
Right around there.
If they take this one, it'll be 4. Before that, Iowa State had 2 in a row, and then just now they've just been shit since. Let's see if this kid has something to prove. He was given the start after this game, like 2-3 games after Purdy. So we'll see where we go. Hey man, well, my heart obviously I want Iowa State to win. I don't want the Hawkeyes to win, but I think it's gonna be close, man. If we pull it off, it'll be like it's gonna come off to fucking field goals, 3-point conversions. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 17-14.
So pretty
Iowa
close.
State. Iowa
Pretty
State.
close.
17-14.
17-14 Iowa State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, to make it even jittier, and even shittier, double overtime. We just went to triple overtime against UNI, so come on.
I know, man.
And that is some shit.
Well, it's the first fucking game of the season. What do you expect?
Yeah, and like some people were like, "Oh man, we suck." I'm like,
but
it's not just the first. It's not just the first game of the season.
Yeah,
it's another in-state rival. Like it's not as big as a rivalry.
Yeah,
but they don't want to lose either.
Right.
They don't want to be like, "Oh shit, we started our season with Iowa State," and then.
But if you think about it, you and I, they would thrive if they were able to beat Iowa State or Iowa, right?
Yeah.
So if Iowa State beats you and I, there's nothing gained, right? If you and I beats Iowa State, there's something to gain there.
And
right?
every time
and it's the same way with Iowa State and Iowa. Iowa didn't give a shit if they beat Iowa State, but Iowa State, if they beat Iowa, they kind of.
Oh, they give a shit. You can say, you can nod, and be like, we don't give a fuck. If we lose, we're like, oh well. No, you guys fucking give a
rivalries,
shit.
Rivalries. You cannot lose one. You cannot lose, especially interstate. Rivalries. I mean, there's very, very few instances of where an interstate rivalry.
Yeah, you hear that, Drake Bulldog? Sit your ass down.
Hey man, there's two things right off the bat. Number one is to understand, to grasp the concept of this rivalry. For us, soccer, it's fucking fuel, whatever. It's passion. So I get it. I translate it. It's the same thing for here.
Yeah.
For example, I went to help Mr. Asshole at a wedding, and at the wedding, it was the same thing. Half the family was Iowa State, the other half was Iowa.
Yeah.
And so it was Midwestern, country family, and the dad was giving a speech, and he's like, and I knew she was the one when she said she was an Iowa fan. And, everyone goes crazy, Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, my God. But I get it, respect it. I get it, and it's culture. Let alone the family from the Iowa State side, they were able to get Cy, the mascot, to the wedding, and he was around. And everybody, kids, old, couples, young couples, everyone was obviously taking pictures with Cy,
Loving it.
That was the whole fucking highlight of the wedding. And it was just like, it just puts into contrast, like here, not just Midwest, but, football culture in general. It's their little shtick, and I respect it, It's kind of goofy, but I get it,
I wonder if there's any people out there that can tell me if Cy's black. The reason I ask is because I saw him at a couple basketball games. I got some free tickets too that I went to go watch.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker can dance.
Oh, dance.
That guy's got some moves.
He got some moves.
Yeah, I don't think
it's a prerequisite.
Cy could be white.
I think it's a requirement.
Like Jagger or like just moves?
No, dude, he's got the fucking moves.
When they audition for him, I think they have to show off
they
a
have to
dance.
show off the dances and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what if a battle breaks out? He's got to fucking
You
defend the
gonna fucking
honor.
embarrass us or what?
Yeah, no, you got to defend the honor.
Damn.
Yeah, see, I don't think they do that at Iowa because I don't think I've ever seen Herky like dance around, like and have moves. Like you see him, jumping around. And blah,
right,
blah, blah.
right.
But he's more of a partier. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
Herky's drunk.
He
all
shows
the
up
time.
at the bars.
He shows up to the bar. He fucking drinks too much, and his dance moves come inspired by fucking alcohol.
Right, of course. Rightfully so, as they do for all of us.
Just to piggyback off a little bit what you said. So, like, as we know, I'm a huge Manchester United fan. Like, and the biggest rivalry for us is Liverpool. So, Fook the Scousers.
Man Shitty, yeah.
Fook the Scousers, but Man Shitty's also in there.
Yeah.
So, for one of the videos that I'd seen once is funny. So, this guy he's marrying into a Manchester City. I don't know if you've seen the video. He's marrying into like a predominantly Manchester City family. Like they're all blue and whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I think the tradition, the bride's father pays for the wedding, right?
Right.
So as he gives his speech, he goes, "I'd like to thank everybody for coming, joining us, on this joyous day, blah blah blah, all the general crap." And then the thank yous are general crap. But so he's getting to it, and then he's like, "But I'd like to thank the man who made this all possible. So if everybody will take their glass and raise it in the air as we say cheers." And everybody's like, "Cheers!" And he goes, "To Sir Alex Ferguson."
No!
Yes! The man who made this all possible. Oh, dude. And then you just hear the whole room like, "Whoa."
See, that's brilliant. Dude, that's brilliant.
That's like, that's that dollar that, you almost had it. That's that pulling the rug from under a motherfucker.
It's like that video that I saw the other day of what's his name, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Where he's with this kid at the Man City game.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, we're out here, watching Manchester United."
Yeah.
He says that while he's wearing blue, and I'm like, "Oh fuck."
At the what? What's the stadium called? The Etihad. The Etihad
the
Stadium.
Etihad, yeah.
And they got their blue jerseys on too.
Yeah, dude.
Hey man, the
so
best.
funny.
Hey man, my favorite
God.
thing about that is that the stadium is literally nicknamed the Empty Head because it has yet, besides a European night and that's it, which was to Tottenham, it has never fully sold out.
Even the night was Aguero.
Aguero was not sold out, man. That's crazy.
It's because they
Like Manchester United has been having 4 shit seasons in a row, and they sell out almost every fucking game.
Yeah.
We don't, because we don't have a problem, man. We have real fans. We don't have fans that are just like, oh, you got to buy another $70 million man. Come on, bring another one, and I'll come to the next game.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's why colors don't run.
Yeah.
Man.
And look, well, check this out. They were just evaluated as having the first billion-dollar team. They're the first team in
They could
history
have gone to the moon
to spend $1 billion on players within a 10-year span.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
You guys are
it's a lot of
fucking
money,
nuts.
We're $500 million. Like Manchester United in England, Manchester United second with $500 million. Like they're $500 million ahead of us to get to the billion. Like we need to spend another $500 million in order to do
man.
That's a lot.
And we just threw $50 million or $100 million away on a defender. So
Okay, let's do a little recap. So all the shit players you've got: Di Maria, Falcao, Alexis.
Falcao was on loan.
Who was some other shitty players that you guys fucking
Didn't
bit the
last.
bank?
Well, hey man, I wouldn't call him a shitty player, but he did not thrive under the system. No,
Lukaku?
Memphis Depay.
Okay.
Lukaku did under Mourinho. He was doing his thing. He's at the seasons that Mourinho had him, he was scoring.
Yeah.
Now, was he also scoring against us? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was scoring.
Yeah.
So the 2 seasons that he had him,
That's like what? Like a couple $100 million right there.
on Lukaku alone was.
I just mean those players.
Oh
combined.
yeah, those 3 players combined was probably about 170.
God damn, man.
And then throw in Memphis Depay, and we'll say 190.
I hope it paid off.
Hey man, well, I mean, we got our money back from just about all of them. You gotta understand, we had a lot of money to burn after Ronaldo because he was the most expensive player in the world at one point. So we literally had $100 million, and we spent about that on like 6 or 7 players before.
Maybe half of it. Yeah.
Yeah, before like we started spending like idiots.
All right, we went down the rabbit hole again.
Yes, we
we've
did.
done it
Okay.
Sanch,
again.
who's winning?
Actually,
Iowa or Iowa State? God damn it.
Hey man, I'm gonna go with Iowa State. I gotta stay true. I'm not a fanatic, but I'll support.
You think
I'm
it's
a loyal
happen?
player.
You
What
think-
about
okay,
you?
Okay. Well, duh, I was gonna win.
Oh,
They
yeah.
won the last 3. What makes you think they wouldn't win this next one?
I think how A-Train said perfectly, it's gonna be tied for like
Nah,
the
man.
first 2 quarters.
I was gonna blow them out, bud.
Hey man, we shall see. Oh, we should make a bet. Hey, let's make a bet.
Yeah, we can do
If
that.
Iowa wins, it's gonna be towards the end of the day.
I'll tell you what, man. The last time
That's
that I
if we
went,
all make it.
the last time that well, I'm not gonna be there for the game. I gotta come back because I got a birthday to celebrate with some family. But
That's if
I'm gonna be there in the morning.
hypothetically, if you come back.
Yes, if I come back, if I make it back.
Good luck.
Yeah, no. The last time that I went and saw a game in Ames, that's what it was. It was well, technically no, but the last rivalry that I saw of Iowa State was in Ames, and Iowa won it. And then we went and saw it in Iowa City, and Iowa won it.
Yeah. So I was gonna
This
say,
last year I didn't go.
let's do a recap. You didn't go last year.
Last year I didn't go.
So last year,
Last year was Iowa City.
this man had a shark head, had his shirt off,
that was 2 years
was
ago.
pulling handles.
Was that
Was
two-
that 2 years ago?
Last year I wasn't nowhere around. I was at the bachelor thing, and then we went to Minnesota. So that was 2 years ago, 2017.
The hell was I doing?
See, I got to check on those pictures that were sent to me.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago, man.
was
Because
that-
I was in Ames.
Okay.
Remember, we threw the big party for the pirate, and
Yeah.
then we like cleaned up, and then
So that was 2 years ago.
Most of us left.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, you met us the next day.
Yes, I did. I was away on business.
Yes.
And I met up with you
Dang it,
guys.
it didn't have a date on it.
And
Because that was at Iowa City.
oh, okay, that
That
was
was-
Iowa City.
that was 2016.
That was the hey. That's
That was 4 games. That was 4 games ago.
that day is the day of infamy. Two major tragic things happened.
What was that?
Number one, well, I guess it's a celebration, but we
No,
got
it
this
wasn't.
man fired.
I got fired. I got fired.
Wait, you got fired?
I
that
literally, I had
we
to
pick
go.
up in the morning. We
I
pick him
had-
up. Get your ass in the car. We're going.
I
We're going.
told
on an
him, like,
adventure.
dude, I can't go. I gotta go to work. I gotta go open the gates.
Wait. Oh, this was the gate incident.
Yeah.
Adam Gate. Go ahead and explain it.
I had to go over literally my own. Okay, my job was literally this on that Saturday.
The A-Train gate.
Go to work, open the gates so all the construction workers and everybody could get in, hang out for a few hours because they were going to leave by noon, and then close the gates and leave. My job was literally to sit in an air-conditioned trailer while everybody did their job.
Yeah.
And then they were going to work for 4 hours, 5 hours tops, and then leave. And
But how did that not
close
happen?
the gate and me go to Ames or to Iowa
How
City.
did that not happen?
A couple of assholes.
Us being good friends.
My front door was locked. So
Yes.
these geniuses broke in through my window.
As always. That's routine.
And they start climbing in, and I'm literally like asleep, but I can like feel a breeze. And then next thing you know, I see this asshole's face and his brother, the pirate, peeking in and be like, "Hey, get your bitch ass up. It's time to go." I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?" And they're like, "Come on, we're going to Iowa City today."
After he clearly told us that whole week, hey, man, I can't go. I can't make it.
I'm like, if I do, I'll meet you guys
So you
up
gave
there.
in to temptation?
I mean,
But as good friends that we
But
are.
Did you call in sick at least?
Look, everybody, take this however you want to picture this in your head. Literally, this man is like slithering. My bed is by the window. He's slithering onto my bed, like climbing in the window. He's like, "Come on, dude, let's go." and he's like looking through my shit. He's like, "What do you need?" The fuck, man.
Get your clothes
So you
on.
didn't call anybody and say, "Hey, man, go open for me"?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they
I
kept
did.
calling you.
I did.
They would keep calling you.
So I knew
So
one
wait
of
a
the
second,
guys.
So none of the construction workers got in that
They
day?
got in because I was trying to call one of the guys that I knew from one of the companies and be like, "Hey, yo, man, can you guys go around the other side and just move that section of the fence? It's not connected to anything. It's just there to keep people out, like make it look, you know."
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those guys knew that, so that's how they got in. They went and removed that section, and went in through there. And so the reason why I eventually got fired / quit, whatever, because they kept calling me all day, like, where was I? I didn't answer. I wasn't answering. And I was sick. I wasn't like deadly sick, but I was sick. And I had told them the day before, "Man, I don't feel good." But apparently I said I was going to go, so they expected to see me. So, whatever.
They fired your ass on Monday?
I didn't wait till Monday. I just didn't show up. I'm just like, I'm fucked. Because here's what happened. I did get a voicemail from like my boss, and he goes, "The section of the fence was gone. They didn't put it back. It would have been like we wouldn't have even known,
Yeah.
But somebody drove by and they saw that section was missing. Because those guys, when they left, they didn't put it back. They just left. They're like, "All right, we're done. We're out of here."
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, that's how I got screwed. But hey, man, maybe it was for the better. Maybe it was from the worst. The only thing I miss about that job is the fucking money.
Yeah.
I miss the money.
Yeah.
And I miss that my boss used to take me out for lunch all the time.
Damn.
I miss my dad.
That's fucking hilarious.
Damn.
But other
damn,
than that,
dude.
yeah,
You got fired.
whatever, shit happens.
You got
Shit,
fired.
you said I got fired. I was hanging out with you. I'm literally in Iowa City hanging out with you.
I know, dude.
Hanging out with
Hey,
you
man,
and-
it wasn't
and-
my fault, though. I didn't sequester you.
I was
Hey,
with
the-
Mr. Nut Tapper and Davey. We're all hanging out in
yeah,
Iowa City
Davey,
together.
The part 2 of that story is, so we were in Iowa City, and this is when my ex she wasn't in the picture, because this is down the road.
Wait, you had an ex at that time?
Yeah, and she was going to Iowa.
Oh, nice.
And so she's like,
Fucking skank.
she saw my snap or something, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, are you in Iowa? Like, are you here?" I'm like, "Yeah," because she wanted to meet up and like, hey,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
come party, just like come out, come out with us. We're gonna go to the bars.
She wanted a little
So
reminder.
I
but she
was
gave
super. I was just, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do right. I'm gonna do right. I'm gonna
Take
do
it
the
to
right
Pound
thing.
Town.
And nobody wanted to chill and party there. Nobody. So I'm like, fuck. And that's why I was pleading. I don't know if you remember. I guess
Yeah.
you were kind of gone, but
Kind of gone. I got a video of me fucking laying on the ground.
that too. But I was pleading my case, and I was telling everybody, "Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go." Hey man, nobody rallied to my cause.
Hey,
so.
man.
But it's all right. I was really butthurt on the whole way back. I didn't even want to go down.
If I would have been of sober mind, I would have went. Look at
pissed.
this. Look at this.
Oh no! And that's there.
Yeah, that's a big.
Damn.
I'm
Yeah,
like
man.
scratching my tummy and everything.
You was out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
A dead body.
I was a dead body.
Oh, well, I remember you like putting stuff in your car, and then you were like, you were trying to close like the back, and then you were like, it's not gonna close, but you were like holding on. You're like,
wasn't it the grill? The grill was in there.
No,
no,
he was trying
the propane tank.
The propane tank.
Oh, okay.
Because we had the grill,
dude, and then Davey fucking drove.
She drove, yeah. I
She
remember.
was the first woman to ever drive my car.
That's pretty impressive.
And I told her, I remember getting on the ramp because I was starting to kind of come out of it a little bit. And I remember I was like, you like this car, don't you?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And I was just like, yeah, hit VTEC. She's like, okay. And dude, we were on I-80.
Damn, that's some risky moves.
Heading west, dude. She had to have hit over 100.
Oh,
I know she hit
I
over
don't.
100.
Yeah,
I just said go, because I was just keep going,
Yeah.
going. And then I have drunk ass fucking nut slapper in the back.
Oh, yeah.
He decides to get up out of the sunroof as we're going 100.
God, what
And
a
he's like,
baby.
woo!
Dude,
Like
you guys are
fucking-
just asking to be pulled over.
like fucking Girls Gone Wild show. Like
God.
I'm like, what the
he's
fuck
like,
are you doing?
"Bienvenidos a Iowa City."
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Man.
Like your wife's gonna kill me.
I remember that.
Hoy
very
estoy contigo, Randy.
Hostia.
¿A dónde vamos?
Hostia, macho.
Damn, man.
Arriba el Bilbao. And he's like, no, el Bilbao, no. Le digo, hey. He's like, el Atlético de Madrid. No, el Atlético de Bilbao.
El Atleti.
El Atlético, pero de Bilbao.
Oh, he was there too?
Yeah, you remember him being there?
I guess now it's...
Because that's where I started. He would be like, I would be like, arriba el Atleti. And he's like, hey. And I'm like, pero de Bilbao. And he's like, no,
Oh,
Papa, no.
yeah, man.
He did not like that joke at all.
Dude, that was such a great time though.
It was. And we ended up finding that lot randomly, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah,
we
yeah.
we were driving around. We were trying to find somewhere where somebody knew. I think Mr. Asshole knew of a place that we should go.
Yeah.
And then we ended up pulling into that lot just to like,
Yeah.
so we could stop and look at the maps.
And it was a good spot.
And yeah, it ended up being other people were tailgating there, and we just stopped.
Yeah,
and
we were
stayed.
right by that van that was a bunch of ISU people. There's some
Yeah.
Iowa people there next to us
That
too.
the bus. Remember when we played that
Yeah.
hammer game?
Yeah,
the hammer
and
game, yeah.
Davey got mad because she couldn't nail it, and she just threw the fucking hammer. Like,
I
you
know.
remember that?
Yeah, dude.
She just
She got
slammed it down.
she got a little drunk.
Yeah.
We all got a little
And
drunk.
Vizzy was like, "I'll help you nail it."
I'm like, don't worry, babe.
He's like, "Let me hold your hand. Let me show you. It's
said,
all
I
it's
said,
all in
don't-
the
I
hips."
said, don't worry, my dark piece of chocolate. Come over here and let me help you nail it.
Let's get that hammerhead on there.
I used to think that you were just dark and dirty, but I know now that's just your soft mocha skin.
Turns out there's no zest that could clean you up.
No,
Man.
you could
But
you
yeah,
could use Comet on that and it'll stay on there.
my God, hey man, it
We've
was
had
a
a
good,
good
it was a good
recap.
fucking time, and I think that this weekend's gonna be fucking epic for one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a crazy ass fucking time, and I think we all deserve to get shit faced. We're gonna try
Yeah.
to stay sober enough. We will be. I said we record some of our fucking antics, and
Yeah, we could attach them to this little
yeah, and
this little tidbit here.
We'll do some things and try to show y'all some things. And if any of you are up there and you see us, don't fucking come asking for autographs because I ain't that motherfucker.
Just,
okay,
yeah.
just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Hey man,
I'm just a famous motherfucker who doesn't want to be typed.
That's
hey, guess
right.
what? I want to get my dick sucked. So if you want to come over here and be famous, we can make you famous.
Hey, man, I have a couple connections up there still.
Do ya?
joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'll have to make a couple phone calls.
Dude, man, let's make some people
Let's
famous.
get it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about that.
All right,
Spreading
so
the wealth is what we call it.
Yeah.
today's a bit of a short one, ladies and gentlemen, but
We got business
we
to
got
do.
business to attend to. We
Yeah,
gotta
Big
go.
rivalry tonight.
Another rivalry. We got Mexicans versus los ches, los boludos. No podemos-
Nosotros no somos latinos.
No, tú vas a jugar.
Los argentinos, los que les gusta andar acá de afuera, con la pelota de afuera y todo lo que hablan como si fueran italianos, pero no son italianos.
Los pibes.
Pibe,
si hoy perdemos,
boludo, pelotudo.
Pinche boludo.
si hoy perdemos porque no jugó Messi, está
Es que-
entrenando solo porque está lesionado.
Es que sí sé fútbol. A veces cuando dicen que no sé fútbol, así sé fútbol. It's like everything they're fucking excuse. Pero así sé fútbol.
Oh,
Like,
God.
Maradona's excuse to everything is, no, sí, ahorita te digo,
Yeah, yeah.
es que estoy con un sinusitis bien feo. Y este polvo no es polvo, es harina. Me llevo un paquetito para que mi vieja se rife con unos bolillos ahorita. Jamón del bueno. No, yeah, hey man, we it's gonna be short today.
Porque se rifan los bolillos.
But as always, these rivalry games are great. They're amazing, so you guys should check them out for sure.
Yes.
And the big rivalry is in Mexico is Chivas America.
Yes.
You have Monterrey Tigers.
Yes.
And you have Cruz Azul versus the league itself because we fucking can't win that bitch.
That's right.
So
Yeah, man, they're in a crisis. It's okay though.
it's been fucking
All your life.
22 years since
Hey,
we
man,
last won
that's
it.
nothing compared to Atlas.
They've
How do you like 61 years?
God damn.
God damn.
They've come back from the second division more than they've won the championship. They've only won it once in their whole history.
Hey, man, speaking of USA Uruguay tied.
Oh, really?
Well, how'd that end up?
Yeah, what the fuck?
0-0 or 1-1?
Brian Rodriguez from Uruguay and Jordan Morris.
Wow, 1-1.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Where'd they
No,
play?
pues, wow.
They played in the U.S., didn't they?
Friendly. Yep. San Antonio.
San
Oh,
Antonio.
no. Sorry, that's
No,
I'm
yeah,
looking
that's
at.
Mexico.
I'm
That's
looking-
Mexico.
Let's see. Missouri.
Missouri.
St. Louis.
Oh, wow, that could have been
St.
close.
Louis, Missouri.
Hey, real quick before we say adieu, tell me what you guys think of the lineup for the starting lineup. So up top we got Lozano on the left,
Okay.
Jimenez right in the middle, top forward, and Tecatito on the right.
Oh, Tecatito getting more time. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. All right, in the middle we have
They're going for
Jonathan
pace.
Dos Santos, Edson
like that,
Alvarez right in the mid, Hector Herrera on the right mid,
Okay.
and then we have four back. We have
No
Gallardo.
Guardado.
Left back is Gallardo, and then Araujo, Carlos Salcedo as right back, and Miguel Layun as the right back. And then Memo's gonna be in the net today.
Oh, wow.
That's probably this lineup is much closer to a starting lineup.
We have a
for Mexico.
3-3-4. Obviously, I don't know if this is the actual lineup or like format
Yeah.
that they're gonna be playing because sometimes they lie. But
I
that's the
mean,
lineup.
A little bit. I still think Chicharito holds the edge over
Jimenez?
Raul Jimenez
Oh,
because
absolutely.
Jimenez, as much as he's a little
on
bit,
fire right now, though.
yeah, on his club team.
Yeah.
But when he comes to the national team, he tries a little hard. The best thing he's done so far is heel that ball to Dos Santos for the win in the Gold Cup. Yeah, it's the best thing he's done.
But that's
so
it
far.
just to the Gold Cup, man. I mean,
I'm
you're
just
gonna
saying.
forget about his Chilena goal that got us into the
Panama.
World Cup against
That
Panama.
got us into the.
You're gonna forget that?
Into the.
No, you can't forget that.
No, but I mean, it didn't get us.
that
into
was
the
it.
Gold
Didn't get us
Cup.
in the World Cup. That was a key game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to win it.
They
for
had to win
sure.
it, and they were tied.
And then
boom.
the what got us into the it didn't even get us into the World Cup.
I'm just saying he's
but,
hot right now.
no,
and it's
he
not to
is.
say that Chicharito can't do it because he can do it. It's just that right now, if you're hot, put him in, give him some minutes.
Right.
He's gonna score for you. It's almost a
Absolutely.
guarantee.
No, and
Yeah.
this was a foreseen sub when he didn't start against
Yeah.
USA. You're like, oh, they're gonna start Chicharitos, and then everything you just said is essentially like sub for sub. Like
Yeah.
the bench
Yeah.
players when you see who's on the bench, there's exactly who came on in the
Dios.
final minutes. of the
Yeah.
other game.
Chicha Dios.
Que
I
vive
think-
la
I think-
intensidad del fútbol.
El
I think,
Chicharito.
I think
Chicharito.
Mexico.
Chicharito.
I hated that song when it came out. Oh fuck, dude! Every time I heard it, my fucking foreskin wanted to run away.
What were you gonna say though?
I was gonna say, I think Mexico's taking it tonight. I think it's one of those.
I hope so.
I think it's a 3-1 game.
I guess I didn't even look at their lineup. Let's see if
It's a 3-1 game, dude. They don't really have much. I looked at their lineup.
Nope.
They don't have Higuain. They don't have
Nope.
Messi.
Nope.
They don't have.
I think my boy Dybala's there though.
Nope.
Dybala's
nope.
gonna be
He's
there.
not in here at
Otamendi's gonna be
least.
there.
He's not in the starting.
We
No.
got a few guys, but I think it's a winnable
These are all young
game.
guns, man.
It's a winnable game.
Hey, and shout out to the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo, bagged himself 4 today.
Yeah, I wanted to
Jesus,
see the
4.
highlights.
What a
It's-
bastard.
It was not. They weren't like the. I won't say the second goal was not pretty. The third one, the first one was a PK.
Yeah.
The second and third one were nice.
All right.
So
Goddamn. Well, let's sign off because we
I mean,
gotta
the third
get
and fourth
going.
one.
That's true. Oh,
Yeah,
before
that's
we go, make sure you go out to Latino Letdown on YouTube.
Yes.
Go in there, watch our previous podcast, watch
Yes.
this one. Obviously, we'll try to put some footage in there of rivalry
Yes.
rivalry week,
Yeah.
and that way you guys can see kind of what it's like. Now, again, remember, go in there, subscribe to us, hit the little bell icon. That way, whenever we upload a video, you will see that it is available. You can go watch it, entertain yourself for a while while you're at work, maybe on the way home from work or from school, and get to know us a little bit better. Also, check us out on Twitter. And where else do we got social media?
Facebook,
Facebook,
Facebook.
Twitter,
WhatsApp.
Face.
Pornhub.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The Pornhub account's going up.
Yeah. Hey man, leave us some comments. Leave us some suggestions. Tell us we suck, and then go ahead and tell me where to meet you, and I'll fight you shirtless. It's cool.
All right.
I
All right.
do this shit all the time,
So,
baby.
as we always say,
Chingue su mal, America.
Chingue su madre, America. Cyclone Nation, baby. Fuck the Hawks.
Come on, man. Cyclone. It's always everybody's nation, okay? Fuck that.